12 hours a week, and that's decent money for a field that you're looking to get into. What is your management team? This is very crucial because the people who you surround yourself with will ultimately hinder you or excel you. So we have three people. We have the hater, we have the supporter, and we have the mentor. Haters are your motivators. They're people who will put you down just because you want to do something different. I'm so serious. When I want, all right. Anyway, what was your motivation? We all have haters, whether it's our friends, our family, our foes, whatever that looks like. When I told my mom I wanted to be an entrepreneur, she told me to go get a job, go back to school, do the things that I had already done because I listened to my parent at one point. But I was like, well, Mom, school may not be for me. I see entrepreneurship as my endeavor. I want to do real estate. I want to speak. I want to write books. I want to create apps. Things that, I let my creative juices go, but it's untraditional. The traditional is go to school, get good grades, go to college, make something of yourself. And when I started to look at what my mom's path is, or my friends or people around me, yes, they went down that path, but were they happy along that journey? And a lot of them could answer that question. And when I started to look at my own self, when I went to 3 colleges, 3 years, trying to push something, a dream that my mom had for me, I was like, well, this is not really the drug I have for myself. So before you make that decision, you have to decide who you want to be, and how do you actually go about it? Because FAFSA is a great way to go about getting your student loans. If you don't have the education to go behind actually understanding the loan, which some of us really don't, including myself, it's very daunting because, again, like I said, I put myself in $44,000 in debt. When I was 23 years old, I had to file Chapter 7 bankruptcy because I would put myself in all this debt. No one taught me how to really manage all these things. And yes, I can go to class for it, but college classes are like $500. And if you don't have $500 to spend it, you have to find other avenues. Supporters, kind folks who will give you advice, but may not know how to give you the resources. So we all have plenty of people who give us advice in our life, how we should go, how should we dress, how do we carry ourselves. We all know that your image is everything in this world. You look a certain way, you're going to be treated a certain way. And so when I started to understand that in high school, I said, I'm always going to dress for success because I feel that I'm going to be a success. Even if I was a failure, I felt that I wasn't pretty that day, I didn't take my fro out, I grew my hair, I used to have waves, for those who know what that is. We spin it out here. I was like, well, if I'm going to get into this realm or treat myself a certain way, I have to dress a certain way. Your attitude is everything. I'm a very positive person. I'm goofy. Like, I don't take life serious because we don't make it out alive. And that's my little pun. So if you know that you have one life, make the best of it. That's the simplicity of that. But your management team is everything. I'm so serious. And today I'm on day 69 of not hanging out with certain individuals that don't reflect my values, my core, my entity, and my core and my entity as a whole. And I say that because, there's always this thing that, you got to hang out with your day ones. The people that you came up with. Well, if the friends that you come up with aren't going in the same path as you, you're going to feel very lonely. The conversations that you surround yourself with sometimes will drain you or excel you. And so I have friends that, till this day, 28 years old, not knocking their grind, but still live at home. Y'all like living at home? My point. Serious. Well, I got out at 18, and I have friends that still are, I'm 26, I have friends that are 27, 28, still living at home. And I'm like, I come visit them, and I'm like, hey mama. And I'm like, I feel like I'm still in high school, as I'm about to turn 30 in 4 years. So, and I'm like, all right, there has to be a transition. Not knocking their grind, I understand they struggle, but their struggle is not my struggle anymore. So there's a time that you have to realize that sometimes your day ones, they can still be your day ones, but not every single day. You separate yourself. When you go to college, you're not going to be around some of the people you're in the classroom with anymore. I knew that because one of my closest friends, he didn't get to go to college, but I went to college. So we stayed in contact, but it was like, man, I couldn't take him with. Yeah, he'd come and visit from time to time, but you realize you have to get out of your comfort zone and make friends from different walks. So, your supporters will give you all the advice in the world, but it takes it down to you to actually implement that strategy. The next one is your mentor. You'll find a mentor in life. I highly recommend you need a mentor. I didn't have a mentor. When I was 19 years old, I was broke. I survived the summer of 2013 with $1.78. That broke. And my friend, she said, Daenerys, you should watch this movie. She let me use her Netflix, and I didn't have the membership, obviously, without. And the movie's called The Secret. If you guys have Netflix, I highly recommend this movie. It's called The Secret. It teaches you about the secret, literally. It teaches you the secret of life, about a thing called the law of attraction. The energy that you give off, you will attract. And I didn't understand that when I was younger. I was like, what do you mean like the energy? That's electricity. But there's electrons inside of us that attract the experiences that we have in our life. So very logistic, but I highly recommend it. It helped me scale myself, and I watched that movie for 30 days straight, literally. I didn't have a job, I had nothing else to do. But I watched it every single day, and it said, mine was to scale myself and get into business. And I started to listen to my intuition, the inner thought, your conscious. And I picked up a book. It was called Branding Yourself by Kyle Lacey and Gary Deckers. It said, do what professionals do, go where professionals go, and wear what professionals wear. And when I was 19 years old, in the book, it said, this is what professionals do, this is where they wear. And I went to the Chambers of Commerce. I started my very first business, and I hung out with people 40, 30, 50 years older than me. I'm 19 years old, only person of color in the Chambers of Commerce, very uncomfortable, St. Cloud, I have my own discomforts. And I say that because you're gonna have discomforts no matter what field you go into. Sometimes you may be the first person. Whatever ethnicity you are, you may be the first person in that field. Can make it limit you, or you can separate yourself and know that you're no different than any single person. Carry yourself with the professionalism that you choose to have, and get what you want out of it. And I met a mentor. Her name was Mary. She put every book in my hand that helped me build the confidence that I didn't have at that time. And ever since then, every book that I read gave me the confidence to start writing my own book, to start telling my own story. Because every time I picked up a book, they didn't look like me. They didn't have my same story. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. No one came, they didn't have the same story as myself. And I say that because if it wasn't for that mentor, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't have the confidence to speak to kids. I wouldn't be speaking, doing all the fun things that I continue to aspire to do, mainly because, again, I was dwelling in my environment. All my friends are trappers. Till this day, I have friends that trap everything. Imagine it. I'm trapping books, workshops, speaking, positivity. You can have the same trap or a different trap. It goes down to what you're willing to do at the end of the day. Life is really what you make it, guys. And this speech is really about how you guys are going to finesse yourself to get to where you want to go. Because we all have different paths, different destinations. But who you surround yourself with will either hinder you or to sell you. So one of my mentors, she put all those books in my hand, and ever since then I've been able to find other life mentors. When I met her, she was making $100,000 a month residually, passively. She had been doing that for 10 years. That's $120,000 just when she's 65. I met her at 62 years old. And so when I met her, I said, I'm gonna listen to this. I don't even have $100. No. And ever since then, I met another mentor, my buddy Chow, very cool guy. But he kept it real with me. In 2017, I wasn't on my P's and Q's, telling him about all life problems, how I have a bust down car. My car was $600 at that point, cracked windshield, and I was pushing my dream. And he said, and this is in 2018, we're in November 2017, he said, that's what we'll do, Daenerys. We'll meet 4 times in 2018, once a quarter. If you aren't on your P's and Q's, we'll never meet again. And that was a sobering conversation because he was a person I looked up to, I valued, and he had the lifestyle that I aspired to have had. He was happily married, had his kids, and he was also making $100,000 a day. My point. And I was like, what do you mean? And he broke down how he was able to build his empire through real estate, through artificial intelligence, through investing. He's a consultant for Thrivent. And he said, I don't do deals no lower than $650,000, which is a ridiculous amount of money, but he had that type of value. You have to understand that. He had a value proposition that was able to have him sell that amount and actually get paid that. And he's like, Daenerys, I don't have time to meet with you. I meet with you because I value and I know the stories you're going. I know what the journey that we come from single backgrounds. I want to retire my mother. That's my big goal. That's why I'm so ambitious. And he said, I understand that because I was able to retire my family. But I don't have time to meet with you. And once he said that, it helped me know that there are certain people, mentors, that are willing to really speak their life into me. And I understood that, and it helped me really build the confidence that I was lacking, because I was letting life get in the way. Just got dumped. I left my job. I was being a struggling entrepreneur. All the different things that are man-made and also mentally made, because our mind will play tricks on us. It would either make us feel good about ourselves or make us feel bad. We'll feel good about ourselves when we get our nails done. For the ladies, I don't get my nails done. I ain't about their life. Haircuts, dress nice, things like that. And if you're going to treat yourself in a light of positivity, you have to change how you view yourself. One of my big quotes I always tell people, the world views you how you view you.